everyone, and welcome to Brick Talk TV Live, and welcome back after a couple of weeks break. It's great to be back building with you today. So today we're going to be looking at this Barcelona new camp or Camp Nou stadium. This is a larger set than what we recently built with the castle set, so it's probably going to take us a few more streams probably to get through it. It's got 5,500 pieces, so it's going to be a big set. And excuse me, and it's quite timely, seeing as that the World Cup is currently on, so we've got a football or soccer themed build for us to get through today. We're going to I recently also went to Barcelona, which is also cool. I didn't go to the stadium, but I have been to the stadium before, back in about 2016, so it's also going to be quite cool to build it, seeing as I've been there. We've also got the poll on the chat today, just to see whether you would like to see LEGO bring back any retired sets. So I'd be interested to know what your thoughts are on that, and what sort of sets you'd like to see back if you did like LEGO to bring back some retired sets. So pop some notes in the chat as well, because that'd be cool to see. As always, there is a poll on the community tab still for what we stream next. It does look like the LEGO Architecture LEGO House set is going to be our next build. And if you looked at the community tab this week as well, you'll also notice that I purchased the Eiffel Tower on Black Friday. So we've got that coming as well, and I'll aim to do a similar stream to what I did last year during the Christmas period with Titanic. So there'll be a series of live streams building the Eiffel Tower as well. So keep an eye out for those. I'll put those on the channel once I've got the set, and we can take some photos and start scheduling it. Welcome Brandon, welcome back to the stream. Good to see you again after a couple of weeks. So what we're going to do, as always, we'll crack open this box. We'll tip all the bags out, see how many bags we've got to play with, and then we'll get cracking with the build today. So, let me go to the wide angle. You can kind of see here, you've got the details of the stadium, what it's going to look like on the front of the box. And then if we spin around the back, you can see sort of an inside shot of what the stadium looks like. And then at the top here, you've got some details about the actual sizing of the whole stadium once it's together, and how it breaks up into four corners with the pitch in the middle. And then over here we've just got the height. So the height goes up to 8 inches or 20 centimetres, and then we've got the width of 18 inches or 46 centimetres, and a length of 49 centimetres and 19 inches. So it's a fairly big set, hence the big box. Let's put this on the floor. I did snap this up in the sale, so I got 40% off the retail price, and then I used the staff discount to get a further 50% of that, so it didn't cost too much money, thankfully. So we've got bag number 30, 23. I expect there is a box inside this as well. Bag 20, 21. Bag 32 here, bag 25, and we've got an oversized bag here with 32 in as well, so we'll stick that down there. Bag 16, 27, 29, 22. Brandon, the trip was good. So I went interrailing around Europe for 2 weeks. So I took the Eurostar from London to Amsterdam, then took the train from Amsterdam to Berlin, and then took the train from Berlin to Vienna, and then I flew from Vienna to Barcelona and stayed there, and then flew back from Barcelona to London. So you'll see I've managed to visit a few LEGO stores on my trip round as well, which was quite nice. Bag 17, bag 29, 26, around there, bag 15, bag 16. So we've got bags 15 to 32, so the second half of the build really, and then of course we've got a large white box inside this box, which I need to try and get out now. So then we have the white box, which is going to have the bags 14, I guess, to 1, and the instruction manual. So I'm just going to throw these into the box first. Now I've got the white box out. $29, $28, $27, $26, $25, $24, $23, $22, $21, $20, $18, $17, $16 and $15. So those are back in the box, and then we're going to crack open this white box and get the other bags out. Interested to know if you all do this when you open your boxes. Do you get all the bags out and put them back in number order, or is it just me doing a weird thing? Bag number 2, 14, 11, 13, 14 again, 5, 2, 6, 10, number 4, number 5, 7, 6, 7 again, number 3 and 11, number 8, number 9, number 12, and then we've got an open bag. Just dropped all the pieces everywhere. That's good. Hopefully I haven't lost any bits. We've got bag number 1, which is open inside the bag. It's the first time I've had an open bag inside the box. There's these bits inside the box. That must have fallen out. Goes back in, and we've got the tiles for the pitch there as well. So that's all of those out of the box. We've got the instruction manual as well. Let me just throw all these back into the bigger box, and then we'll be ready to get going. So 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3 and 2. Right, let's go into the zoom camera mode then, and we'll crack open the manual, take a closer look. So here we go, let's take a look. Hey Lord of the Tube, I am buying the Eiffel Tower. If you missed the start of the stream, I'm going to be, I bought it on Black Friday, so it should be shipped before Christmas, and I will be doing a live stream, a series of live streams over Christmas if you want to see the Eiffel Tower being built. So inside here then, inside the instruction manual, we've got all these stickers. So I built the Old Trafford. I didn't live stream the Old Trafford set, but I did build it, and there were these seat stickers which had Adidas and various Man United things on, so you have to be careful about lining these up properly so they look okay. You've got a scoreboard here, 5-0 to Barcelona, a couple of other boards and Barcelona flags and things on there, so we'll be sticking those on. And inside here we've got 2 books, so you can see it's also written in Spanish here, Libra 1. So the inside of the first book, we've got some details written in Spanish and English about the stadium itself and the club, the history of it, an aerial shot here of what it looks like in Barcelona, timeline here, see it being built originally in 1957 I think by the look of it. Timeline continues through there when it gets redeveloped as well in the 80s. more success. Another nice shot here of actually somebody sat in the stadium. More trophies and more success that they've had. Got a nice shot here of the stadium in Barcelona. Then we've got the designer here. So I think this is the guy that's done the Eiffel Tower. So it's Rock Kobe. He's the one who's designed the Barcelona stadium, which is quite cool since he's just done the Eiffel Tower. And then you can see our sort of build history or story is going to be the first bag. We're going to build the pitch as you did in the Man United stadium. Bags 2 to 8, we're going to start building one quarter. 9s to 15 is adding more deep, is building another quarter. And that's what this book's going to cover. And then the next book will cover, of course, the other quarters and probably some detail outside. So let's put that to one side. So as I said, this is the second stadium I've built. I did the Old Trafford before. I probably will get the Real Madrid one at some point, maybe when it becomes on discount. But I do quite like to build these sets. So let's kick off and we'll start building the pitch. So we've also got these oversized printed plates, if you've never seen these before, that we stick on top. And there's a couple of other smaller plates as well, just to fit the midfield in. But we start off with a black 2x8. That's the basis for our start of our build. Then we get a 2x10 plate here, and then 2 studs in. We're going to stick these 2x2 round Technic bricks with a hole in tan. Stick those either ends. 1 stud in like this, and then in the middle we'll put a 2x4 black brick. And we do 2 of those. Two of these like that, and then we're going to connect our original 2x8 to these extra bits. So we end up with something that looks like this. This is to form the basis of our pitch. Then we're going to build the sides, or these parts here. So to do that, we're going to get another 2x10, stick a 1x2, 4 studs either side in the middle there, and then we have some 1x8s coming off either side. Then we get a 2x6 tan colour, and 2 studs in from this side. We stick that there, and then we get another 2x8 brick and stick it on the other side. Do 2 of these, 1 for each side. This is where I'm going to have, no, thought I had a missing brick there. So the 1x8s go either side of the 1x2 at the back. 2x6 goes on, 2 studs in, and a 2x8 next to that. So then we stick this one on this side and this one on this side, so you get a sense of the size of the pitch. Hey Greg Dillon, welcome to the stream, hope you're well. So those are the 2 sides of the pitch, and then we've got to fill in this side, and so it's the same as what we did before. So we've got 2x8 in the middle, we'll get a 2x10 plate, and we'll stick these Technic bricks, 1 stud in from each end, stick a 2x4 in the middle, and we do another one of those. This end, and then a 2x4, and then we just connect these as we did last time to give us this length here. And of course we finish off the square of the pitch by just slotting this into our frame like so. So there's the base for our pitch. Now we're going to cover the edges with some green tiles. So down this side we're going to get some 2x4 in bright green. Stick 2 of those together. We'll then stick a 2x2 plate, because we're going to stick some goals either end here. So for the goals to be attached to the pitch, we'll stick those in. Then a couple of 2x4 tiles go on. Then down this side we've just got a 1x4 tile, so we put 2 of those. this end to the other ends, and then we repeat the pattern at the other end of the pitch as well. 2x2 goes in there, and our 2x4s. Then we'll have the 1x4s again, 2 of these on this side, 2 on this side. Yeah, Greg, I got the Eiffel Tower on Black Friday. I've used my staff discount up this year, so my colleague gratefully purchased it for me, which will be cool. I'm thinking of doing a stream at end of this year actually with all the gift with purchase sets I've got, and maybe building some of those as well together. So now we're going to do the middle part of the pitch. If I bring the frame back in, we're going to fill in this bit here. So to do that, we start with a printed tile of the centre square of the pitch, and we're going to add 2x8 bricks to each side like this. And then onto that we're going to stick the side parts of the pitch, so you can see the lines continue just like that. Then we'll flip this over, and to each end of these 2x8s we're going to add 2x2 black plates, and I think there's one there, so 2 there, 2 there. Flip this back over, and we'll bring back in the frame. This then is going to sit in this gap here and connects via these tiles to the frame. So there's the middle of our pitch in place there now. Then we get our massive plates here, and we're going to stick these either ends to finish off our pitch, and then one this side to finish off this side of the pitch. And then of course we have some goals, and there's these panel pieces here which are transparent but have a little etched print on top. So we've got 2 of those for the goal face. Stick them on the side, and we stick one hopefully this end and one this end. Now I have ended up with these 2 because I think was I? Where am I supposed to stick these? Let's check. Did I miss? I did miss. Okay. Just missed out. Just on the inside here we need to stick a 1x10 each end. I missed that on the instructions. Just level that out. So there's our pitch in the middle. So you can see a closer look here. You can see the printing on the goal, and that's what our pitch is going to be in the centre of the stadium. Same as the Man United stadium. So if you built that, it's exactly the same sort of build. Although it kind of looks a bit bigger to me than the Man United pitch, but it might just be me. So that's that done. There's a little note as well in the instructions, again in Spanish and English. It says, when completed, Nou Camp's playing surface measures 107 by 72 metres. To comply with UEFA's requirements, it's now 105 by 68 metres. So they've had to make the pitch smaller in order to be compliant with what UEFA wants. So our next part of the build, we're going to start building the corner, and this section starts building off the base really for our first corner. There's 2 bags in here. I would really love Bayern Munich Stadium to be built by LEGO. And if any of you have seen Bayern Munich Stadium, it's quite impressive, and you can change the colours of the lights outside the stadium, so that would be something. So we start with a 2x10, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, yeah, 2x10 black brick. We're going to stick some plates just underneath this, forming like a T shape, like this, although it does look rather wonky. I'm sure it'll straighten up in a minute. Then we're going to get these 6 by 10, is it? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, yeah. 6 by 10 plates, and add them just on the inside of that, so they're connected together. And then with those in place, we're going to stick 2 by 4 brick either end, just one stud in, oh no, just one in, sorry. Just one stud in from this side. Then we get a 2 by 2 round with the Technic hole in, and in that Technic hole we're going to stick one of those pins. This will help us slot the sections together. Then another 2 2x4s go in next, another 2 the other side of our 2 by 12 brick. Then we get another Technic brick, stick a pin in that as well, and that goes on next. And then we put a 1 by 2 brick just after that as the base for what we're going to build. Then we get a 1 by 10, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 1 by 10. It goes right on the end here. On this end we're going to stick a 2 by 4. Then we get another Technic 2 by 2 round. Again, stick another pin into that, and then that's going to face outwards on this side. And then we get another 2 by 4 connected by one stud overhang there. Then we've got 2 8 by 8 plates and a 4 by 4 plate. We stick these 8 by 8s over here, and then our 4 by 4 just goes on the end like that. So we've got this sort of cutaway here, and in that we're going to stick this angled piece to give us the edge, the angle of the stadium. To connect that, we'll stick a 2 by 2 corner brick in there. On this side we're going to stick another Technic brick, round one with a pin in it. Goes in there, followed by another corner brick after that. Then we're going to stick some tiles, so we've got 5 2 by 2 red tiles. One goes behind here, one in this corner here, one in this corner, and then 2 next to each other over there. That's that bit done. Then we're going to add some more structure and strength here. So we've got 2 of these large white 2 by 12s. We've got 5 yellow 2 by 4s. And we've got another 2 red 2 by 2 tiles. Going to add these yellow bricks here. Another tile in there, and another yellow brick there. This large white brick goes right across here, and then we squeeze in another 2 by 4 there. Then this side again, the large white brick, 2 by 2, another tile, sorry, 2 by 4 and another 2 by 4 just in the base there. Then we put this to the side, and we start building another structure. So we start with a 2 by 8 plate. We have a rather longer brick there with a 1 stud overhang each side. Then we take a 1 by 10, stick that on here, connecting the corner here by a 2 by 4, and then we get another 8 by 8 plate, stick that by the 2 by 4 in the middle there. Then we have another large 2 by 12 brick coming off. I'll fend the 2 by 2 round with a pin in it. Then goes next to 2 by 4 here. A couple more 2 by 4s go next to that. And then we have 2 by 10 black brick goes on the end. Onto that we connect another 8 by 8 plate, and this time it's a 1 by 4 plate which we connect underneath like that. Then we get another 2 by 4 which connects in here. We get another 2 by 2 round, supposedly. Where is it hiding? Over here. Need another pin goes into that. And we stick that onto the corner here, and then to finish off this bit we also stick a 1x4 plate again, so just under here stick a 1x4 plate to finish that corner edge off. Then we stick 2x4 bricks in black across here, then have a corner brick forming on the end, and we stick a 1x2 just in between fill in the gap that's in there. Then if we bring back what we built earlier, this now connects here, so we've currently got a corner brick here, and we just align that across together to form this shape. Now we've got to fill in this section here to give us an angle, so we stick the 8x8 into there, and then we've got two of these large wedge plates. One goes in here and the other goes in there, so now you can see the angle of the edge of the stadium. You can also see the footprint of sort of the quarter and what it's going to start to look like. We strengthen that up now, so we've got a 2x6, a couple of 2x4s, then we've got some tiles. So to kick us off, stick a 2x6 in red just in there. We'll stick a 2x2 tile, 2x4 brick, then we have a 1x3 tile which comes off there, 2x4 in yellow there. We're going to add our two more tiles here, another yellow 2x4 into that, and then another one on the other side just like that. Strengthen that up. Then we get 5 of these 1x4 angle pieces. 1, 2, 4, 5. Brandon, the latest gift we purchased is the Eiffel Tower apartment. If you buy the Eiffel Tower, which we have, so we'll get that one. There's also a Christmas scene as part of Black Friday as well, which we've got, and there's a tribute set actually which I got, so I purchased it the other day. So just to show you, this is a cool gift we've purchased. So this is called the LEGO Tribute. So you've got a moulding machine, micro scale, you've got the dinosaurs from the LEGO house, the actual LEGO house itself, the Tree of Life that's from the LEGO house, and the wooden duck, which we do have the full set for of that as well, and we have the full set for that. So we'll probably build those as well on that stream I was talking about. So now we've put all of these angle bricks in across here. We then get 5 2x2 corner bricks in tan colour, and we put them on the inside here. Of these bricks that we've just put in. Just like that. Then we're going to start to cover this sort of base frame now with sort of the grey of the outside. So to do that, we've got 3 of these 6x6 tiles, a 2x2, a couple of 2x4s, 3 1x6, a couple of dark red plates as well. So to start off with, we stick a 2x4 here, then we've got 2x4 dark red ones, stick a 2x2 between that, and then stick another one in, and then we'll finish this edge off with another 2x4. Then we stick our 1x6 plates across in a row like this, and then we can stick our 6x6 plates on tiles. This forms the pavement outside the stadium, I believe. So that's all all into place there. Next up, we're going to continue to cover all of this now. So for that, we're going to need 9 6x6, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We've got 7 2x4s, 4, 6, 7. A couple of blue 2x4 plates. We've got one 2x6, and this is going to cover this area. So let's start on this corner first. 2x4 tile, then our blue plate, another tile, another plate, and another tile there. Then we've got our 2x6 which goes on the edge. Then we'll stick 3 6x6s in. All the way across here. Then we have a 2x4 on the end. Another row of 6x6s goes on. It's a little tricky to stick in. A bit of pushing. Then we have a 2x4 and a 2x2 which goes in. Then we stick 2 more 6 and 6s on, just on here. Our last 6x6 goes in here. 2x4 on the end here, another one there, 2x2 goes in the corner there. And then we've got all of these areas down here exposed, and we're going to cover all of these with some of these triangle shaped tiles. So stick these all along the edge. Make sure the paving goes right to the ends. And we'll do one more here. And then we've got some studs exposed here, and we've got one of these angled pieces here that just goes on, and we just leave these 3 studs exposed there. So far we've created this frame here for the base for our corner of the stadium. Let's into bag 2. Bag 3, we're going to start building sort of the stadium up from here, so it's going to connect to these studs here. So I'll just put that base to the side, get bag 3 out. So to kick us off this swing, we get a 2x10, is it? No, wait, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2x10. On the end we're going to stick a 1x2 with the grill pieces here, just right on the ends. Then after that we stick a 1x3 tile, 2 studs connected. We'll leave 2 studs then and put a corner brick in. And then we stick a 1x1 with a clip on it into the corner gap like this. So we've ended up with something like that. Then we add a further tan brick on top, and we put a 2x2 black brick on top of our corner piece. Then we get a 2x8 in grey colour. We're going to get a 2x3 tile, and we're going to stick a 1x2 with a clip-on plate into that tile. That then sticks to to the end of our plate here, and that goes on top of what we built so far, like this. Then on the other end we get one of these modified 2x2s with studs on the side. Stick a modified 2x2 with just 2 studs on top in red, and then stick another one on top of that, and then that goes on the end of what we've just added in. Then we get a 1x2 with the bar modified onto it. That sticks on top, goes above our red area that we just added, and behind that we stick a 1x2 log brick in black, like this. Then on the end here, on these studs, we stick a plate, a panel piece in grey like this, and onto the end of it we'll stick a white 1x2 tile. So a curious structure here. Then we're just going to add some more bricks, so we get a 2x2 black brick on top of our log brick. We've got another corner brick we stick on top here, and again another 1x1 with a clip goes inside. Another 1x3 tile goes on here, and again we continue the patterned tan bricks coming up here as well. So we've got something like this. Sure I've not missed any bricks out. Then on top again we stick a 2x2 brick here, and another patterned brick on top there. Then we put that to the side a moment, and we get a 1x4 plate. Now we're going to start putting some seats into it, and the seats are going to be red, so we stick a 1x2 with a groove pattern on, 1 stud gap either side, and overhang more of the patterns there. Then on one end we'll stick a 1x1 just to level it off in a plate format, and in the other end a 1x2 angled outwards like this. And on this bit here we have a 1x1 red brick with a clip goes on, and then on top here now we're going to stick some white 1x2 tiles and a 1x3 at the end. So there's our first sort of seating area, and that, if we come back here, is then going to clip into this bar piece we've got here into the panel. So it looks like this. It's our first bit, and there's a little note here on the instructions that says the original colours of the seats in the stadium were primary red that matches the club crest. Due to weathering they now appear darker. So there you go. So originally it was this bright red. Now because of the sun in Spain it's faded away. So that's the sort of first level. We're going to add another bit of detail now. So we get another 2x2 modified with studs on the ends. Onto the end of that we'll stick a double cheese wedge in red like this. Onto this we're going to stick a log brick in black at the back here. Then we've got 2 Erling bricks that just go behind our cheese wedge. To level this off we stick a 1x2 tan plate on the log brick, so now it's on the level. Onto that we stick a 2x3 plate, and then onto that a blue cheese wedge, double one goes on the end, and a 1x2 plate at the back. Then into here again we stick another one of these panel pieces, and on the end of that a white 1x2 tile. So end up with something like this. We bring this back in, we then stick this into the middle bit here, so it's starting to look like this. So we can set up for the next level of seats moving down into there. Put that to the side. We get a large panel, large plate here, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 2x10. We do the same as we did before with a 2x3 tile and then a 1x2 plate with a clip just going onto the ends, and that connects in onto the end of that. Bring this back in, we connect that to the next level, leaving that stud gap at the start. Looks like this all the way around now. Then we're going to build up some detail on top here, so we get a 2x2 in black. We leave 3 studs at the front, so it's now offset compared to the rest of the column there. We'll leave to our usual tan pattern brick at the end, and again another 1x3 tile just goes after that, so we're consistent up each level there. Then we add a log brick, 1x2 log bricks to this 2x2 here. Got a 1x2 plate that goes on next, and again another patterns tan brick just at the back there. At the top here we stick a 2x4 plate on there, and then we've got another 1x2 modifier with a bar on, just goes on the front. We add another 2 1x2 pattern bricks and a 1x3 tile goes across as well into here. Now we're going to do a set of blue seats. So for our blue seats, we get a 1x8 plate. At the end, we're going to get a 1x1 in blue with a clip on the ends. Then just a normal 1x1 goes next to that in blue. Then we get 2 1x2 pattern bricks. The lines going downwards, and we stick a regular 1x2 onto the end there, so that's kind of how our seats are forming. Then we're going to stick the 1x8 white tile right across here, and we've got our first sticker. So where we've just put a plain 1x2, we're going to get sticker number 9, which is the C in club. Onto the end there like that, and then if we come back to our frame where we've got this bar here, we can put the clip in there, and then you can see the angle for the C coming along, lining up with the red seats underneath. Then to continue up another level, we get another modifier 2x2 with the studs on the side. We'll stick a blue double cheese wedge, a couple of Erling bricks behind that cheese wedge. Log brick goes behind with a tan 1x2 plate on top of that to level it off, and then we'll stick a 2x2 plate in black on top of that. Then we've got the Erling brick sticking out. Again, we use another panel piece that sticks out and put our white tiles on the ends. That then connects at the top over there. See how this is coming together. Onto the top here again, we stick a 2x4, and then we stick a 1x2 with a bar plate on top there. Then at the top, we're going to get a 2x2 with slope, put that just on the edge here. Behind that is a log brick, a 1x2 goes on. Then we've got a 1x3 tile, followed by our patterned 1x2 tans. You see how this is building up again. Then we add another 2x2 slopes on top, and another patterned little tan brick just behind that. Then to cap this off, we're going to add a 2x3 tan brick plate, just like that. And on top of this, what we're going to do is we get 2 1x3 plates and stick them together. Then we'll stick a 1x1 on the end and a 1x2 tile, and into the bottom there we're going to stick another patterned 1x2 tan, and that sticks on top in this sort of overlap here. Now we're going to build the seats that go up here, which are red ones. So for that we get a 1x3 red plate. We're going to stick our 1x2 red patterned brick, two of those together. There's an overlap. Stick a 1x6 plate to the bottom of that overlap. Then we'll stick another 1x2 on. 1x1 with the clip goes on next, and another patterned 1x2 goes in there. Then, like we did before, we'll stick a white 1x8 white plate tile all the way down, and we'll finish with a 1x1 goes in there like this. So then if we come back here where we've got this bar again, we're going to clip this in into the bottom like that. So there's another row of seats moving up the stadium like this. You can see sort of how high as a cross section we're going to get here. Brandon, no, it's not hot in the UK. The temperature's dropped now. It's about 12 degrees today, so it's not too bad, but it's not warm. Do wear a coat when you go out. So there's that. So now we're going to come back to these little ledges that we've got on the outside here. And so we're going to add some details. So we need a full length rod in grey like this. We're going to stick on the ends that one of these clip pieces here, which we actually do stick a clip into the ends like this, and then we stick a 6 length bar into the top of that. We've got this hinge piece here, and what we do with that is the 4 length piece we're going to stick into our clips that we added earlier, and then this one's going to angle in like this, give us some external detail on the outside. With that in place, that's sort of the end of this bit, and we're going to add that then onto our blue panel pieces here. So should clip in like that. There's the first part of our stand over here onto our base plate like this. So that's in place. We're still on this bag, so we're going to do another stadium, which will probably be for the other end of what we've got so far. So again, start with a 2x10. We're going to start with the patterned 1x2 in tan, 1x3 tile goes on there. Then 5 studs over, we're going to stick a log brick in, and then this time we've got a 1x2 with one of these little handle pieces on. It goes into the middle part there. We have a corner brick that goes on top of that, and a 1x1 with a clip that goes in between like that. We add another patterned tan brick as well to the ends, and then we get one of these plates, 2x8s. On the ends we're going to stick a 2x2 tile, and that goes on top of our frame there. Then, like we did before, we get a 2x2 modified plate here. I'm going to stick a 2x2 modified with 2 studs on. 2 of those go in here, and that pops onto the ends just at the end there. Then, like before, just behind that we're going to stick a 1x2 with a modified bar on it and a black log brick just behind that. Then onto the end we'll stick a panel piece, and as usual we'll stick a 1x2 white tile to the end of that. Then on top here we continue our tan pieces going up with another 1x3 tile just behind, another one of these modified 1x2s with a handle piece on, and a log brick. we'll stick a 2x2 in black down here. So we're starting to build all of this frame up. We add another tan brick here. Then we have a corner brick and a 1x1 with a clip that goes just in there as well. So that's the base. We'll do our first set of seats again. So we've got a 1x4 plate. I'm going to stick a 1x2 with the groove patterns on again. Another 2 either side, so we get a 1 stud overhang. Stick a 1x1 into the bottom and a 1x2 sticking out again on this end. Then we'll stick a 1x1 with a clip onto that bit that sticks out, and again we're going to stick some white tiles just on the edge here to define where the seat is. And then, like last time, we're going to clip the bar and the clip together here to angle down a set of red seats at the base. Then the next level, start with this 2x2 modified again. We'll stick a double cheese wedge in red onto the end studs. Then we'll get some Erling bricks pushed into that. Stick a 1x2 log brick at the back, 1x2 plate on top. Then we've got 2x3 plate, and onto that we stick a double cheese wedge at the end in blue this time, and another 1x2 plate just at the back set of studs. And then into our Erling bricks, which are nestled there, again we stick a panel piece, and we'll end that with, hopefully, if I can find one, a 1x2 tile in white. So that piece then goes onto our 2x2 black here. Let's raise this up for the next level of seats. For the next level, we get a 2x10, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 2x10. Stick a 2x2 light bluish grey tile on the ends, and we run it from our tan plate here all the way out, so like this. Then we'll add our tan pattern brick to the end, another 1x3 hanging off, and another 2x2 in black, just offset there compared to the rest underneath. Then we'll stick a 1x2 log brick on top of that black brick, and we'll do a plate just in front. We'll add another pattern brick at the back. With that in place, we'll stick a 2x4 on top of these two 1x2s which are sticking out, and in the front here we're going to stick another 1x2 with a bar modified again for another set of seats to be attached. Then we'll stick a couple of 1x2 tan bricks again with the patterns on, and further 1x3 tiles sticking out the top. Now we're going to stick some blue seats in here. Again, we're going to need some stickers as well for another set of letters. So we start with a 1x8 in this blue colour. Stick a patterned 1x2 in, a normal 1x2 brick, another patterned one, a 1x1 regular one, and a 1x1 blue with a clip goes in as well, like this. Then we stick a 1x8 white plate across the top, and on top of those we're going to stick a blue 1x8 tile, just like this. Then on this 1x2, which is regular, we're going to stick another letter, which is S, so it's going to be for the mes. That's how you pronounce it. I can't speak Spanish, so I'm just guessing. So this then goes on sort of onto there like that. So there's our S. So if we bring back in, I'll see it again, the bar piece here and the clip on together, and you can see the S forming there in our next row of seats. So let's continue up and build the next level. So for that, again, 2x2 modified, double cheese wedge in blue, a couple of Erling bricks going back. We have our log brick, 1x2 plate goes on. Then we're going to cover that with a 2x2 black plate, and we'll stick our panel piece into the Erling bricks as usual. And this time we're going to stick a 1x3 tile with an overhang on this side by one stud, and that's going to stick onto the top piece like this. Then with that in place, at the top here we stick a 2x4 and a 1x2 with a bar in black just on the end. Cover that with a 2x2 sloped piece, a log brick at the back, another 1x3 tile in tan, and a further patterned tan 1x2. And again, like the last one, we then stick another sloped brick on top of that, and another of our patterned 1x2 bricks like that. Then we cap the top off with a 2x3 plates, and then like we did last time, we get two 1x3 plates sticking together. Then we get a 1x2 tile and a 1x1 plate. Stick that into another patterned tan brick that sticks on top. We end up with something like this. It's opposite sides of the white one, overlap sticking out. And then we do the top set of red seats here now. So same again, a 1x3 with our 1x2 patterned red brick. Add another one, 1x6 plate goes underneath. Another patterned 1x2. Then we stick our 1x1 clip on, and then some more seats after that. Then we're going to put a 1x3 plate on top in white and a 1x6 to give us a nice white line. Then we've got a 1x6 in red, a plate that goes on top here, and we stick the 1x6 tile on top of that, and then a 1x3 on the lower piece. So we have this sort of jagged edge this time, and then that clips into the top section. So there's another set of seats at the top like this. That's the end of bag 3, and so this one, bring back in what we had earlier, we're actually then going to clip where we've got these handle pieces here. We connect those into our 1x1 clips here. So these are going to hopefully clip in together. Like that. We have this second row here, and you can see the bar going in between the in the stands like that. So that's that. There's a little note as well on this one which says the west side seating of the stadium is called the Tribuna and has large yellow letters spelling out FC Barcelona. The east side seating of the stadium is called Lateral and is recognisable by the huge Mesque un Club, I'm obviously not pronouncing this correctly, a slogan made of yellow seats among the blue. So that's what we've started to set in. So now we're going to do bag 4, and that's going to be another set of 2 of these to continue sort of at an angle. So let's start with a black plate. This is a 2x2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Stick our patterned 1x2 tan brick in, and then our 1x3 tile. So imagine this build is going to be quite repetitive, which is going to be a shame, I think. So then we've got our corner brick in 1x1 with a clip, goes in there. Then we've got our 1x2 with this handle piece on again, goes on, and a 1x2 log brick on top of that. Then we get a 2x8. As with the others, there's slightly different this time. There's a 2x4 which goes in sort of on the two middle pieces here, and then with these two overhanging parts we're going to stick some 1x2 clips on either side. So end up with something that looks like this time. That then goes across here. Just add another tan brick on. This then feeds right across like this. Then on the end again, as we've done before, we get a modifier 2x2, studs on the side, modified 2x2 again, with just two studs on top. Two of those stick on top of each other. They stick on the end there. Then we get a 1x2 with a bar on it that sticks on top, and then a log brick after that. Then we add a panel piece onto the end here, and of course we stick a white 1x2 tile on the end like this. On the next level we've got a corner brick again, and another 1x1 with a clip goes in. More of our pattern tan brick on the end, 1x2, and then a tile 1x3 again. Just after that, we also stick a 2x2 just on our parts there. Then a log brick goes on the corner here, and another of these 1x2s with the handles on. Handle on the end, for us to clip into. And another pattern brick just to raise the height up. And then we're going to do our red seats. So 1x4 plate in red, stick our patterned 1x2 on, over two other ends, the overhang, 1x1 in there, 1x2 sticks out, and then we're going to stick a 1x1 on the edge of this overhang here. Then we're going to cover that with some tiles. So we've got 1x3 and a couple of 1x2 tiles going on here. Hey Corey, welcome to the stream. Yeah, Christmas is almost here for us. Just add those seats then into the bottom row, like that. Then we'll do the next level. 2x2 modified, double cheese wedge on the end, but in red. And we're going to stick some Erling bricks, hopefully, just behind that. Log brick just behind, 1x2 on top, 2x3 then goes on top of that, and on top of that 2x3 we've got a blue double cheese wedge on one end and a 1x2 plate at the other. Stick a usual panel piece in then, and on the end of that we'll stick a 1x2 white tile. We'll add that to our column down here now, our next set, and then we've got 2x10 we're going to do what we did before and stick a 2x4 tile across with a 1 stud overhang on each side, and into that again we're going to stick 2 1x2 plates with clips on either side, and then we'll add that across the top like this. Then we continue upwards, so put a tan brick in there, have a 1x3 tile goes on next, leave a stud out, and then do a 2x2 again, slightly offset from the one below. Onto that 2x2 we stick a log brick, and we stick a 1x2 plate underneath. We'll also add another tan brick to maintain the level. Then we get a 2x4 plate, just join those 2 bricks together, and in front of that there we'll stick a 1x2 modified with a bar, so we can connect some seats in a moment. Then we add our usual tan bricks, 2 of those on there, 1x3 tile just in front. Now we're going to do some blue seats. So for our blue seats we get a blue 1x8. This time we've got 2 regular 1x2 blue bricks go on, then a grooved one for the seats, a 1x1 and a 1x1 with a clip on the end. So it looks like this. Onto the top then we put our 1x3 white plate, a 1x2 tile again, and a 1x3 white tile gives that line. And then we're going to stick onto these 2 regular bricks some stickers. So we're going to go for the E from the mess word. Goes on our one there. And then number 8, which is an N for the UN. Goes just below, a bit of a stick there, so then that like that. So with those in place, we then connect that on there, so you can see how that's coming together. I don't know whether should do the stickers at the end all together once you've got all of the stadium together, but I'm going for it. Also, which I left off here, is we stick a 1x4 blue plate just on those studs there as well, so you have that sort of jagged look over there. Then we do our next level, so 2x2 modified again, double cheese wedge in blue, sticks in the front. Our Erling bricks, stick a log brick in the back, 1x2 plate on top of that, and then we'll stick a 2x2 plate on top of those. Then in the front of the Erling brick we'll stick our panel piece and a 1x2 tile just on the front of that panel. That then sticks on top for our next level, keeps that seat in place as well. Then on this level we stick a 2x4 plate across there and a 1x2 modifier with a bar just in front of that. Then we start to do our slope piece, so there's our 2x2 sloped, log brick behind that, a 1x3 tile after that, and our usual patterned tan brick after that. Then we add another slope brick and another patterned brick on top. Then to cap this off, 2x3 plate goes on top, and then we've got our again usual piece, which is 2 1x3 plates stuck together with a 1x2 tile and a 1x1 plate that goes into a tan patterned brick, and that sticks on top like this. Then we do the red seats. So we get our red pattern brick, put that into our 1x3 plate, another red brick, 1x6 red brick, the pattern brick, a 1x1 with a clip on the side of it goes in, and another 1x2 pattern brick. Then we stick 1x6 white brick and a 1x3 white plate, all the way across the side. Then a 1x6 red plate. We've got 1x3 red tile, and then a 1x6 red tile on top. Again, gives that jagged look. Bring that back in here. That connects to our next level, moving up the stadium like that. Then this time we're going to do some more of those rod pieces that we did earlier. So we get the 1x4 piece, we stick the handle piece in the end. We need 2 of these this time, so let's do them at the same time. We then get our clip piece, we clip that into this handle piece, and then a 1x6 rod goes into that. So just repeat that again. There's the little clip piece, and then our rod piece. So then if we come back to this, we're going to connect these to the clips that we added earlier. They angle just on the outside of the stadium for some detail there. So then we bring back in our stadium piece here, which has currently got 2, and then with our 2 clips here and our connection points here, we should clip these together. So there we go. So there's another row of stadium seats looking like this at the moment. Now we do our next one. So again, start with our plate and our pattern brick, 1x3 tile, 2 stud gap, 1x1 with a handle piece and a log brick. Corner brick, 1x1 with a clip piece, which I can't see, there it is. And we've got a 2x8, stick a 2x2 onto that. More tan brick here. Then we just add this across. Get our modified 2x2 here. Stick the red ones together. Stick that to the end. Same way as we've done before. Again, same way, the 1x2 with a bar. We've got a log brick that goes behind that. And onto the end here, we'll stick our panel piece and our white 1x2 tile. And we'll build up the level, so 2x2 goes on here. Then we've got a log brick, 1x2 with a handle, 1x2 pattern piece there, and a 1x3 tile goes onto there. Then we've got a corner piece, 1x1 with a clip, and then we'll add another tan brick onto that. We've got a 1x4 plate here, and we're going to stick our grooved red bricks to give us the seats again. Stick a 1x1 into the bottom of that end and a 1x2 on this end. Then in the front here we've got a 1x1 with a clip on it. Then we'll add some tiles, so 1x3 goes on there, 1x2 there, and a 1x2 there. That forms our lower level seats on there. Now Brandon, you think this is a difficult one, do you? It's got quite a bit to it. It's quite repetitive though, so you kind of get in the groove of it, I think. Start with a 2x2 modified here. Then we're going to add double cheese wedge, a couple of Erling bricks go at the back. Then we've got our log bricks, stick a 1x2 plate on there to level it off. 2x3 plate on front. We'll have a blue double cheese wedge then on the ends. And a 1x2 plate at the back. Then we use, as usual, we'll stick our panel piece into the Erling bricks and a 1x2 tile at the end. That then connects on top here for our next level. Then we get our longer plate here. We'll stick a 2x2 tile on the ends, and then just connect this in across again as we move up. Then on the end we stick our patterned tan brick. We've got a 1x3 again tile, which I did miss on that one. I didn't. 1x3 there, and then a 2x2 again offset just on that level. Add more patterned tan bricks. Then we've got a log brick and a 1x2 plate just in front. Then our 2x4 goes on, and then a 1x2 with a bar just goes in front of that. 1x3 tile on there, and a continuation of some tan bricks. Moving up, and then we're going to do the blue seats again, so we get a 1x8, regular 1x2 blue bricks to start with, then a patterned one, then we've got a regular 1x1 and a 1x1 with a clip, so it looks like this. Then we're going to put some tiles on, so white 1x3, a 1x2, and then a 1x3 plate goes on in white. Then we stick a 1x4 blue tile onto that 1x3. We've got some more layers, of course, so this time we're going for the M, number 1. First off, and we're going for the U, number 5, in Quay. And we've got the U as well. So those are in place. Bring back in our stand. That goes on to the next level there, like so. Next level up, we're nearly at the end of this bag. Modified 2x2. Going to stick a double cheese wedge in blue into the front. Usual couple of Erling bricks then on just behind it. Of course, a log brick, 1x2, and a 1x2 plate. Cap that with a 2x2 in black, and then of course we've got our panel piece that goes into the Erling bricks. Again, we stick a 1x3 tile this time, so it's offset by one stud on this side, and then that connects at the top here. With that in place, we stick a 2x4 on top and a 1x2 with a bar piece plate on front. Then we've got our slope piece a log brick, another 1x3 tile, and our regular patterned tan brick moving up, another slope brick, and of course another patterned tan brick on top of that. We'll cap that with a 2x3 here, and like always, to finish that off, we'll get two 1x3 plates sticking together. We have a 1x2 tile and a 1x1 plate that sticks into our tan brick, goes on the top like so, and then we'll finish this one off now with the red seats. So it's a 1x3 plate, red pattern brick, another red pattern brick, 1x6 plate then on the overhang, another 1x2. We then have a 1x1 with a clip, and a final pattern piece goes across here. Then we've got a 1x3 plate in white, 1x6. Then we'll stick another 1x6 plate onto that. Got a 1x3 tile there, and a 1x6. So we've got that pattern again, and then to finish this off, we'll clip this in the top, and then that's our next row of seats. So bring back in our stadium so far, we can then clip this into there. This is kind of what it's looking like at the moment. It's a bit messy, to be honest. I guess it will come together properly once we've got all the pieces in, and do something snazzy with it. And that's the end of bag 4. Yeah, bag 4. So bag 5 is adding another piece, of course. It's slightly different this time because we haven't got the grey parts which we've got sticking out the back here. This one's going to be a tan piece going up here. It's going to be pretty similar. Again, starts with a 2x10. We've got a 1x3 here. Then we do our corner bricks. One by one with the clip. 1x2 with a handle piece and a log brick. It's a real shame that this set is so repetitive, but I suppose there's not much you can do with a stadium. It is what it is. Then again with this 2x8, we stick the 2x2 across here, and we're going to stick our 1x2 with the clips either side. That then connects across the top of what we have here. Then we've got our 2x2 modified. Red pieces go on here and here, and that connects onto the end again. Then we have a 1x2 with a bar across it, and a log brick goes behind that. Into that we'll stick a panel piece and a 1x2 tile in white. Then we'll add a 2x2 on top of this section, corner brick here, and a 1x1 with a clip on it hanging out there. Got a patterned tan brick at the end, and of course a 1x3 tile overhangs by one stud. Then we've got log brick, 1x2 with a handle piece on to clip into, and add another tan brick on top. With that in place, we'll do our red seats. So 1x4 with red pattern brick. Again, add 2 more. 1x2 sticks out here, and then hopefully there's a 1x1, 1x3 tile there, 1x2 there. We'll stick a 1x1 with a clip on this overhang, and then add a 1x2 tile on top. We'll clip that in into the base there with some more red seats. Then we do the next level, modified 2x2 double cheese wedge. Ironing bricks go on. Log brick at the back. 1x2 plate at the back. 2x3 on front. 1x2 plate at the back. Then we've got our blue double cheese wedge in front. Stick our panel piece just in there, and our 1x2 tile just in front. With that in place, we stick that at the front here. Then we do another one of these long pieces with a 2x4 tile. Which we stick 1x2s clips in. And stick that across the top there again. Then we've got a 2x2, 1x3 that goes across, and a patterned 1x2 brick. Then another 1x2 brick, a log brick, and a 1x2 plate. Then we stick a 2x4 across here, and we get our 1x2 modified with bar, which goes just in front of this plate like this, so we can connect the next on top. Then we have a 1x3 tile, and we stick a couple patterned tan bricks on top. Then we do our blue seats. So we get a 1x8, we'll stick a 1x1 clip onto the ends in blue. Then we've got a regular 1x1 brick. Then we've got our 3 pattern bricks. Then it's a 1x3 plate, 1x2 tile, and a 1x3 tile. And then we have on the, stick a 1x4 blue tile just on top there, and bring this back in, and we clip our blue seats in. So there's no stickers on these blue seats this time, just plain old seats. We get a modified 2x2 again with the studs on the side, stick our double cheese wedge in. Then it's our Erling bricks as usual. Log brick at the back, 1x2 plate, 2x2 on top of that. We'll stick our panel piece in, and the 1x2 tile on the end. And then we'll stick that on top as usual. Then we'll stick a 2x4 plate across, and a 1x2 with a bar just across there, just to attach more seats shortly. Then we've got our sloped brick, or log brick 1x3 tile and our patterned tan brick. Then another slope and another patterned brick, and then a 2x3 plates to top us off. Then this time we get two 1x2 plates, stick them together, so this is slightly different to what we've done before, and then we get two 1x3 plates and stick them together, which is what we normally do. Then we stick a 1x2 tile. This time we stick a 1x1 plate on, and on top of that we'll stick a 1x1 round plate on top of that, and that goes on top, so it's a slight change to what we normally do. And then we'll do our red seats, so 1x3, the patterned bricks in, then we stick a 1x6, another patterned brick, 1x1 with a clip, and then another patterned red brick into there. With that in place, we stick a 1x3 plate and a 1x6 plate. Then a 1x6 plate in red on top of this end, 1x6 tile, and a 1x3 red tile. So then we just stick that into position there as well for the top rung. Then on this one we do have the metal bars on the outside, so 1x4 handle piece, then a clip, and then a 1x6 bar, so we need two of these. These then clip into our two sets of clips on the outside here. Then we can just angle these in on the outside there. So now we've got that in place, we can add this to our base. So just adding another layer here, see the seats coming together slowly but surely, and then we do our next one. So here we go again, 2x10 tan brick, 1x3 tile, log brick, and then we have our handle piece. Where is it? Goes on there. Corner brick goes on top. 1x1 with a clip here. And another patterned brick on top. Then we get a 2x6 plate. Stick that straight across this time, so it's slightly different to what we've done before. Modified again, 2x2. Stick another couple of those modified red ones on top of that, and then that connects to the ends. Then we have our 1x2 with a bar and a log brick that connects behind that, just like this. Then we have our panel piece which goes on the ends, and this time we stick a 1x3 tile onto the ends with a 1 stud offset on that side. With that in place, we stick a 2x2 on our log bricks here, and a log brick there, and another 1x2 handle piece behind that. Then we've got a 1x3 tile and a patterned tan brick at the end. Then we stick a corner brick on top here, and another 1x1 clip brick into the gap, and we add another patterned tan brick as well to level that up. Now we're going to add the red seats on the lower level, so 1x4. Going to stick our grooved bricks in here. Then we have our 1x2 plate and a 1x1 in red. Oh, and I've put the that brick the wrong way round, so we've got the wrong pattern on there. Don't want to do that. Then we add our tiles on here, so we've got a 1x3 in whites, 1x2, sorry. Then we'll stick our 1x1 with a clip on it, and add our tile to the top of that. So there's our first rung of seats on the lower level. Getting ready for the next level now, so double jumper, sorry, double cheese wedge there, 1x2 at the back, panel piece into the earling, 1x2 in white there, forms the next level. Got a 2x8 right across there, and build on top of that. So we've got our 1x2, 1x3 tile goes on next, and 2x2 brick goes on after that. Then we're going to stick a log brick on top of that and a 1x2 plate, and continue adding our patterned tan brick. Then we've got a 2x4 goes on, connects the two there, and just in front of that a 1x2 with the bar going across. We'll then add a couple more patterned bricks and a 1x3 tile going across there. Then we're going to add our blue seats again, so 1x8, 1x1 with a clip, and a regular 1x1. Then we've got our patterned 1x2s, then some 1x3 and 1x2s, then a regular 1x3 plate, and then we'll add a 1x4 tile there, and we'll clip that on there. So no stickers again on this rung of seats. And to finish this one off, we'll get our double cheese wedge modified brick, more earling bricks, we'll stick a log brick in the back with a plate, another 1x3. Actually wants it dead in the middle this time, so I didn't miss that on the other ones. And then that goes onto here like this, and then just in the back here we're going to get a 2x4 plate, and then we've got a 1x2 with a bar that goes just in front. Then we get our 2x2 slope brick, log brick, 1x3 tile, and 1x2 tan brick. Can add another one, another slope brick, another pattern tan brick onto there. Cap that off with a 2x3. And then interestingly, on this time we're going to get a 1x2 plate. We're going to stick, as usual, our two 1x3s together. But this time on top we get two 1x1 plates with clips facing upwards, go next to each other like this. And then this time here we get a 1x1 plate, and we're going to stick two 1x1 round black pieces together, and that goes on top there. So a slight difference from what we normally do. Then we'll do our red seats to finish off. So 1x3 plate, our grooved bricks, and a 1x6 plate, another grooved brick, 1x1 clear, and another grooved brick. Then we've got our 1x3 and 1x6 white plates. We add a red 1x6 plate and then a tile on top, and then we've got a red 1x3 there, and then this clips into the top. So there's another segment of the stadium complete. So if we bring this back in, this then just clips in. Into it like this. You can kind of see how it's going. Let's go to the wide camera just to show you so far. So you can kind of see there how it's shaping up. These things all move at the moment, so I'm presuming once we get the full width in, it will sort of fix it into a standard position. I think some of these might need to be slightly tweaked here. I needed to stick them in the middle a bit more. So we've got these kind of forming into a big circle. So we're just going to add some more onto here until we get to these plates here. Then this section should be fixed. So let's move on to bag 6. So that's bag 9, I think. And there's just one bag. See if we can try and finish this quarter of the stadium today before we finish. So just building up this now with the clips on the side. There are some slightly different techniques in this one. So we do start with two 2x2s and we stick them together. Then we stick our modified 2x2 together, and we'll stick double cheese wedge in red in the front. Then we'll stick our usual Erling bricks just behind the double cheese wedge with a log brick behind that, and then we'll stick a 1x2 plate on top of that. Then we get a 2x3 plate, dark bluish grey, stick that in front. double cheese wedge in blue then, and then we stick our panel piece and a white tile 1x2 in the end. That we just connect just in front there like this. Then we'll add a 2x8 plate. Oh, hang on, missed something there. Need to put a black 2x2 there, that's better. Then we stick our 2x8 plate right across here. And then onto that we have our tan brick, another 1x3 tile, and then a 2x2 brick goes in. And it's another tan brick with our log brick and our 1x2 plate going on top. Then a 1x2 modified and then a 2x3 plate just going on top. Then what we're going to do is we're going to stick another couple of bricks with grooves on, and 1x3 tile then just behind that, and then we're going to do some blue seats. So for the blue seats we start with a white 1x8. I'm going to get a 1x1 modified with a clip on it to go on the ends, hopefully. Then we have a regular 1x1 in blue next to that. Then we've got our grooved 1x2s, 3 of those that go together. By 3 tile, 1x2 tile, and a 1x3 plate, and it's a 1x4 tile on top of that, and we'll clip that into there. There we go, got the blue seats in place. Then we've got our 2x2 modified, we'll stick double cheese wedge into there. Then we've got earning brick, shove a log brick in, 1x2 tan on top of that. Then we've got our 2x2 plates. Then we're going to stick our panel piece again into our earning bricks. And we'll stick our 1x3 tile into that. It goes on top. Like this. Then we've got a 2x3 plate which goes on top, and a 1x2 modified plate with a bar going across. Then we're going to stick our sloped brick. We then have another tile and our tan bricks, and then for this bit we get a 2x2 in tan, stick our tan brick onto the back of that, and then we stick a 2x2 sloped brick in front of that, and we just stick that on top like this. Then to finish this bit off we get 2 1x3 jumpers stuck together, and then a 1x3 tile on top, and that then goes in the middle of the top piece like this. Now we do the red seats to finish off. So we get a 1x8 plate, put a normal red 1x1 brick in it, then we stick 2 1x2 pattern bricks, 1x1 with a clip, and then another groove brick goes down like this. Then we'll stick a 1x8 plate right the way across, hopefully, and cover that with a 1x8 white tile. We'll then clip that into position there like so. Then we'll bring back in our stadium. Do what we normally do, just clip that onto the last section there. So you notice here we've got a gap now where we haven't got anything built into it, and there's a little note here on this part. It says the construction of Camp Nou went 5 times over its original budget and has left the club in a delicate financial state for many years. There you go. Now we're going to build a slightly different structure, which starts with a 2x6. Stick our pattern's tan brick at the ends, then our 1x3 again. Then we have a log brick at the front and a 1x2 with a handle piece on. Then we actually add a 2x2 modifier with 2 studs on the ends and just stick a 1x2 tan piece into the bottom. Then we do corner brick and a black 1x1 with a clip on it. Continue with another pattern's tan brick as well, the outside. Stick another 2x6 on top there. Then we'll continue our tan brick, 1x3, handle piece and a log brick. Then we have another corner brick and another 1x1 with a clip brick and another tan brick. Just building that up. Cap that off here with a 2x4 plate. Pattern brick, 1x3 and a log brick. Then we add another log brick on top of the other log brick and another pattern brick on top of the other one. 2x4 goes across there, and then we get a 2x3 plate, and then we add 4 black log bricks on top of each other to the ends. That then clips onto this grey brick and into the red brick like this. That in place, we add some more patterned tan bricks and our usual 1x3 tile, and another log brick on top of that, and another pattern brick on top. Then we have this Z-shaped brick, and we're going to stick another tan brick on top and then connect that to the top like this. Solid pattern on the outside. Then on top we're going to stick another tan pattern brick. We're going to stick 2 1x2 grey plates together and then top that with a tile. So we've got this kind of section here, and that's what we're going to clip now into our piece here. Hopefully. That's just, we'll just clip that into there like that. Right, so that's into bag 6. Bag 7 we're doing a bit more of an angle shape here, so we're going to start to add some more sticker detail out here, and we're probably up to bag 8, and then we'll probably get to the end of this quarter, so that's probably where we'll end the stream today once we get this quarter done. So let's open bag 7. One should be a bit more interesting because we're starting to do a bit more angled seating rather than the ones we've just been doing. So we start with a 2x8 in black. Again, we're going to add the tan colour to the ends and our 1x3 tile after that. Then we put our corner brick in, but we put it in a different angle this time. And then we get a 1x1 modified with a clip on it. Goes into the gap again. Then a 1x2 modified with a handle, another patterned tan brick, and a log brick. So it's pretty similar to what we've done before so far. Then we get a 2x4 plate, stick that on top. And this time we get 2x3 plates. We're going to stick a 2x2 plate on top like this. And then here we're going to stick our modified red plate, and that's going to be the bit we add to the end here. Then we've got a 1x2 modified with a bar. Stick that down, then we stick a log brick down. Then we stick a 1x1 with a clip. Got our corner brick, goes in there. Then we've got our 1x3 tan tile again, and our patterned brick as well on the outside there. Then we have another 1x2 with a handle brick goes in, and a log brick, and again another patterned tan brick on the outside. Down here meanwhile we stick a 2x2 brick as well, just on this section. So now we're going to do the first sort of angled seat, which will be interesting. So we start with a 1x6 plate in white. Into that we're going to stick an inverted red brick, sloped like this, 1x3. Behind that we stick a patterned red brick, and then another one angled outwards like this. Onto here we stick a 1x1 red with a clip on. Then on the top we add another angled brick, 1x4 this time. And then behind that we get a 1x1 regular brick. And then going across we've got another patterned brick. It's kind of looking like this at the moment. Then with that in place we stick another 1x1 with a clip on, and then behind that a 1x1 plate just behind it like this. Then onto that we'll stick one of these grill angle pieces in red, and at the back we'll just stick a 1x2 red tile. Then again into the bottom here we're going to stick another inverted sloped piece, make it look like this, and then that will clip onto our bar piece at the bottom here, something like that. There's the start of our angled seating. Then we're going to go up a level, so we've got the modified piece again, double cheese wedge in red goes on. Erling bricks, log brick in the back, our 2 plates. Then we've got a 2x3 plate, goes on top. Then we'll stick our blue double cheese wedge on, and a 1x2 plate at the back. Then we've got our panel piece that goes into the Erlings, and we'll stick a white tile on the end. That then goes on top there. Then we're going to stick a 2x6 plate right across. Get a couple more tan coloured bricks, and then a 1x3 tile. Then we've got 2x2 in black, Then we have our sloped piece, and then on top of that we're going to stick a 1x2 modified with a bar piece. Just realised as well that this one's the wrong way round. Then we're going to do our blue seats, so another angled set coming up. So you start with a 1x8, you get a blue 1x1 with a clip on it, then a regular 1x1 goes on, then we've got some patterned 1x2 bricks in blue like this. We then cover that with a completely 1x8 plate. Onto that a 1x4 sloped brick to give us an angle, and then another couple more of our 1x2s patterned. Then again we've got another 1x4 sloped brick, and we need a 1x1 goes on top of that. So there's our angled seating in blue. That then clips into position like this. Then we do our next level, so if I can find one, 2x2 modified. You get a double cheese wedge there. 1x3 tile goes across. Then we get some early bricks, goes just behind. Top the Erling bricks with a 1x2 plate, and another 1x2 modified with a bar. Then we get a 2x2 plate somewhere, 2x2 in tan. Onto that we stick a 1x2 brick, but it's got 2 studs on the side, so it goes at the back. That then connects underneath, so we end up with something that looks like this. Then we're going to add in our regular panel piece, and we'll stick a 1x3 tile in there. That goes on top. What we've already got like this. Then we're going to get a dark blue 2x6 tile, and we're going to stick a sticker on this one. And we stick a 32, which I can pick up the sticker sheet. Is this one here with the big Barcelona 1899 written on it. So we're going to stick that onto the tile. So we've got that on the tile now, and that's going to stick on these studs here. We'll have that hanging down the outside of the stadium. Then on top we get a couple more tartan bricks, put a 1x2 plate on top of that, and then we have another one of these Z-shaped pieces that sticks to the top. Just at the top there, like that. Then to top off that we get 2 1x4 plates in light bluish grey, stick them together, and then get a 1x4 tile on top of that, and we stick that in the middle with a 1 stud overhang at the top. And of course we need to do some more angled seats at the top, so we've got some red seats to build. So we start with a 1x6 plate here, do our patterned 1x2, 1x1 with a clip on it, and another patterned 1x2 in red. Then we add another layer, so another layer of patterned ones, and then on the end here we just do a regular 1x1 red brick. Then we do another layer, so 2 patterned bricks and a plain red 1x1 on the end this time here, and then on here on the end to give us the angle we've got one of these inverted pieces there. With that in place, we stick another patterned brick to connect it to the main area, and another 1x1 right on the ends, and then here we actually stick a 1x4 sloped brick, so we've got this kind of pattern. And to finish us off on this floor here, we stick another sloped brick like this, and then if we bring that back in, this clips into position, and this is kind of our angled piece here. And there's a note here that says FC Barcelona was originally founded by local Catalans even, and a group of young foreigners living in the city in 1899. So with that piece complete, we bring back in the stadium. We connect that now, hopefully. To our existing part there. So now we've got a bit more of this curved part on the inside, and then on the outside we've got a bit more of a banner going on as well, so a bit more detail. So we're going to continue now with more angled seating like we've just done, to continue the sort of curved round. This will probably be the last curved bit. Let's see. So start as always with a 1x3 and our patterned tan bricks, but this time we've got a 1x4 black brick that goes in, and then a log brick in black. Then we get a 2x6, we're going to stick another tan brick in, a 1x2 tile this time, not a 1x3, and a 1x2 with a handle piece goes in after that, and then we connect these two together this time. Then we'll build on that by putting a 2x2 brick, corner brick, and a 1x1 in black with a clip on it in there. We'll also add another row of tan bricks over this side. Then on top of that we stick a 4x4 plate together, and then we're going to get a modified 2x2. Stick these 2x2 modifiers together, add that onto the end. Next up is a 1x2 with a bar going across it, and another 1x4 behind that, like this. Then as usual we'll add a panel piece onto the bottom and a white tile onto the end of that. Then we're going to add another couple of our tan bricks on top of our 4x4 here, and a 1x2 tile again, and then a 1x3 tile with a one side overhang. Then we have another 1x4 brick. This time we stick a 1x2 handle brick on this side and a log brick on the other side. We also add 2x2 here and a 1x2 log brick just on the edge there. Moving up again, we stick a 2x2 brick here, corner brick, and then another 1x1 with a clip on it. Then we're going to add some more patterned tan bricks on this side. Then we'll do our first set of red seating on this part. So we get a 1x4 white plate, stick our red pattern brick in the middle, add 2 more on the side. We have an overhang, this time a 1 by 1, white goes in there, 1 by 2 in red, sticks out this side, and we stick a 1 by 1 with a clip onto that. Then we'll tile the top, so I'll white 1 by 2s and a 1 by 3, end up with something like this, and that clips onto the bottom as usual. Then for our next level up, start it in a similar way with a 2 by 2 modified double cheese wedge, 1 by 4 brick, 1 by 2 plate goes into the bottom of that. Then we've got our Erling bricks just behind the cheese wedge. We're going to stick a 1 by 2 plate just behind the Erling bricks to level that off, and then onto that a 2 by 3 plate goes on there. We'll stick our blue double cheese wedge onto that. Then we have a log brick, and then we have another 1 by 2 plate to level that side of it off. Of course, we'll stick a panel piece into our Erling bricks again, and a white 1 by 2 tile on the end. Then we'll bring back in this piece and we'll stick this on the next level. Then we're going to get a 4 by 6 plate, and we're just going to stick that right across the top, so it's all connected like this. Then we'll throw another couple of patterned tan bricks on. We have the 1 by 2 tile and a 1 by 3 with the overhang by 1 stud. Then we this time have a 2 by 4 and a 2 by 4 slate brick, and they go on top of each other and then go on top of the piece we're building here. Then we add another 2 more of our pattern bricks in tan, put a log brick on top of our slate brick, and a 1 by 2 with a bar next to that. So it looks like this at the moment. Then just put that to the side. We'll do our blue sets of seating, so a 1 by 8 in white, a blue 1 by 1 with a clip on it, a regular 1 by 1 next, and our patterned 1 by 2s in blue, going down like this. And then we've got our slate bricks, and we'll add another couple of 1 by 2s with the patterns on like this. Then we'll add another 1 by 4 slate on top of that, and we'll end up with something like this. So we'll clip this into position there. Then we do our next level. Here's another 2 by 2 modified. Blue double cheese wedge goes in the front studs. Then we stick a 1 by 3 tile on the back 2. Then our Erling bricks go in there. We then stick a 2 by 4 onto that, and then we stick our patterned tan brick at the back then, and a 1 by 2 with studs on the side next to that, like this. Here at the front we stick a 2 by 2 plate, and then a 1 by 2 tile goes on top of that. A complicated one, this one. Then we stick our panel piece onto our Erling bricks, and a 1 by 3 white tile onto the end of that, and then this sticks on the top here like this. On this one we get a 2 by 6 tile, and we get sticker 31. I think this is the Catalan flag, which you can see throughout Barcelona, the city, when you go. So that's going to be stuck there, and we'll stick that to this stud sticking out the side here. So we've got some flags draped down there. With that in place, we continue to build up the wall here with the tan coloured bricks. Then we stick a 1x2 plate on top of our Erling bricks, a log brick next to that, then another couple pattern tan bricks into the outer wall like this. Put a 1x4 plate on top of these. We then have another log brick and a 1x2 with a bar on just to level this section up. Then we get two Z-shaped bricks and just connect the outer wall there with the inner piece like this. To cap that off, we get a 1x3 plate and we stick a 1x2 plate onto it. Then we stick a 1x3 plate onto that and a 1x2 plate into the bottom. We then put a 1x4 tile on top and a 1x1 with a clip onto the ends, just like that. That goes across the back piece here, overhanging. Then we've got our last set of red seats at an angle, so we get two 1x6s in red and white in plates, stick them together. Get a 1x1 brick. Then we've got our patterned 1x2, another 1x1 with a clip, another patterned brick. Then we do another row of patterned bricks. One by 6 plate, another 1x2, and a 1x4 sloped. And then we finish off with a 1x1 tile. So there's our other part of our seating there, and we can just attach that to the top. So that's the end of our bag here, and you can see the angled seats again. So we add that just into what we've already got here. Get trickier to connect these things in as they all hinge together. Much done. So now that's kind of sat there. Seems to be an issue here. It's just the way that it needs to all click together, but we're kind of getting there with the angle here. So it's a bit under stress under this bit here, but I'm sure that'll sort itself out once I've angled everything properly. So for now we'll leave that like that, and then we'll open bag 8. So this will probably be our last bag for today. As you can see now, we're kind of up to this section of the Catalan flag, and we're going to do this last two sections here. We're going to have this external sort of viewing deck built as well. So that will be our quarter finish for today. So let's kick this one off. So let's kick bag number 8 off then. We start with a 2x8, or usual pattern of events go on here. So we've got our pattern tan brick, a 1x3, got our corner brick, and then a 1x1 with a clip goes in the middle. Then on our end we get 2x2 modified. Stick the 2x2 modified with just 2 studs on, and then another one. Get that onto the end here. Then to secure that in place, we stick a 1x2 with a bar on it, and then a log brick. Then 2x2, log brick, a 1x2 with the handle piece, and 1x2 pattern brick. Then we'll add in our panel piece onto the ends and put our white 1x2 tile on the end of that. Then we'll make some red seats, so we need a 1x4. We'll stick our pattern brick on there. Then we'll add another 2 here. Stick a 1x2 plate into this end and a 1x1 into the other ends. Then of course we'll stick our 1x1 with a clip on the ends, and then we'll tile that off. So 1x2, 1x3, 1x2 on there, and then we can clip that into the bottom there to give us our bottom set of seats. Then we've got our usual 2x2 modified double cheese wedge on the ends. Stick our Erling bricks into that. Log brick goes at the back. 1x2 plate on top to level it off, and then we'll stick a 2x6 right across there. Double cheese wedge in blue there, and a 1x2 plate just at the back there. Then we'll stick our panel piece in, and then we need our 1x2 tile just at the front. We can then stick that just above our scene area like that. Then we get a 2x4 plate. We're going to stick a 1x2 clip into one end. Our 2x6 then can go in there, and another 1x2 clip. Then we're going to stick a 2x4 on top. We have a patterned 1x2 brick, 1x3 tile, corner brick, and a 1x1 with a clip, if I can find one. There it is, goes in into that gap. Then here, because we're going to build out this sort of viewing deck, we'll add another pattern brick. We have a handle 1x2 again, and a log brick. And then in the viewing deck here we've got a trans blue 1x1, and then we've got a couple of 1x2s that just form the glass. Go round here. Then we stick another 2x4 on. So another 2x4 goes on top. We have a gap here though on this side, and then we run across again. Another 2x6, and then some more clips by the ends. And it's a 2x4 on top there. So with that all done, Ooh. Be a 2x8, not 2x6 here. Quick change, swap. Swap that out, and then we stick that so it overhangs on the edge of the stadium like so. Then we'll stick another patterned tan brick. Just after that, another 1x3. You get a 2x2 plate. Stick a slope brick onto that. 1x2 with a bar. Then we'll add another patterned brick just at the back there. Then we'll do our blue seating, so 1x8, stick the 1x1 with a clip on it on the ends, a normal 1x1 brick, then we've got 3 patterned ones, then a 1x3 white goes on, 1x2, 1x3 plates, and then 1x4 in blue tile goes on, and we can connect that to our next level. Then to create our next level, again 2x2 modified, a blue double cheese wedge, a 1x3 tile hopefully, can't see, where is it? It's probably right in front of me. There it is, on its side. 1x3 tile goes on there. Then we stick our Erling bricks on as usual. One by 2 brick plate, should I say? Then a 1x2 modified with a bar on it. Then we'll stick a 2x2. 2 studs underneath there, and then we'll stick our panel piece into that and stick our white bricks in the middle there. That can then clip on top of what we're building here. Then we add 3 patterns tan bricks together. And a 1x2 plate just clips into the back bit here, and then we've got a Z-shaped piece just to connect the wall and the main structure. Then we stick 2 1x3 plates together and have a 1x2 tile, and then we get a 1x1 plate with a clip facing upwards somewhere. Where are you? There you are. It goes next to that, and then of course that sticks on top. Then we'll do our red seats, so we get a 1x6 in red plate. We are going to get a 1x1 brick, patterned brick, 1x2, and a 1x1 with a clip. Another patterned brick. Then we've got a 1x6 plate and a 1x6 tile in red. And we'll clip that into position there as well to do our next row of seats. Then to finish off this part, we're going to create 2 more lots of connections. So as usual, 1x4 length rod piece going into a handle piece, goes into a clip, and then these ones actually go into another 4 length rods, so the others went into a 6 length rod. These ones just go into 2 4 length ones, and then we clip these to the outside of our sort of viewing area here, and then we just sort of angle these in, or sort of these out once we've got it constructed, but that's kind of what it looks like there. So it looks like it's suspended. So then bring this in, and of course we'll clip this now to possibly. So now that's connected there. Let's go to the wide cameras. Kind of curving right round here, and on the outside you can see the Barcelona and the overhanging piece here. Now the stadium is, of course it's still moving at the moment, so I think we've got one more bit to build now, which will then stick into these panels here, and it'll be this quarter covered. So let's get on and build that bit. This will be our last bit probably for this section. So we start with a 2x8, we'll stick our tan bricks in here, then we've got a 1x2 tile, 1x2 with a handle piece, a log brick going in here, and then we'll just add our modified 1x2s to the ends. And our 1x2 with a bar goes on, and a log brick. A couple of 2x2s then in black go on, and we continue to build the tan pieces at the end. Then we add our panel piece to the ends, and we add a 1x2 white tile. Then we're going to do the red seats on the bottom again, so 1x4, patterned 1x2 in the middle, 2 more either side, 1x2 there, and the 1x1. Then we get our 1x1, the clip that sits on the outside, and this time we're going to actually tile it in red rather than in white, which is what we've been doing. So it ends up like this, and we can connect that to the bottom level of our stadium. Then we do the next level, of course, so double cheese wedge in red, some Erling bricks behind those. Then we've got a log brick behind that, and a 1x2 plate that we stick together there. Then we stick our 2x3 plate on top. We'll stick a 1x2 plate at the back and a double cheese wedge at the front in blue. Another panel piece into the Erling brick, and 1x2 tile in white. That goes on the next level, like this. Then we've got a smaller viewing deck that kind of goes on next. So we get a 2x6 plate, stick a 2x2 on the ends, stick another 2x2 on top of that. Then the patterned tan brick, a 1x2 tile goes next. Then a 1x2 with a handle piece, and a log brick. Then we have a 2x2, another patterned 1x2 brick. Then we have a trans blue 1x2, goes on here again for the viewing deck, and we'll stick a 2x2 plate just on top. With that in place, we stick a 2x8 right across the top, and we'll stick a 2x2 tile in grey just on the ends. Then we can bring back in the main section. Oh, and of course I have now added it incorrectly. Let's add that again. So now that just connects to our existing structure and then overhangs again by a couple of studs. With that in place, we then add another tan brick and another tan tile 2x2 plate. Then we're going to have our sloped brick, the 1x2 with the bar on it. Continue adding patterned tan brick as well at the back. Then we'll do some blue seats, so 1x8, 1x1 with a clip on it, then a regular 1x1 next. Then we've got 3 patterned blue bricks, 3, and then a 1x8 blue tile goes right the way across. That forms our blue seating there on that level. Then our next level, double cheese wedge goes on the end there, 1x2 tile goes on there, stick some earning bricks into here, top those earning bricks off with a 1x2 plate, and then a 1x2 plate with modified with a bar on it. Then we stick a 2x2 plate at the back, gives this sort of zigzagged effect, and then we add another panel in to our earning bricks with a 1x2 tile on the end. With that in place, we just stick that onto the top of our stadium. Then we get 3 patterned tan bricks stuck together, and we stick a 1x2 plate on top. That just goes to build the walls up further, and then we'll cap this off with the Z brick. Then we'll do some red seats, so 1x6, 1x2 in red, 1x1 with a clip, and some more bricks. Cap that off with a 1x6 tile, and then stick a clip in there like that. So with that in place, let's bring back in our stadium. We'll then clip this into our plates at the ends, so this end of the stadium is now firm, and then we can bring this round supposedly and clip that into position. So there's our stadium now all clipped into position. I'll show you this on the wide camera in a minute. Before we finish off, we need to do a scoreboard that goes on top. So to do the scoreboard, we get a 1x3 brick here, 1x4 plate with a 1-stud overhang, 2 of those go on. Then we get 2 upward facing brackets. We'll stick a 2x4 black tile on, and then in the back here we're just going to stick 2 double cheese wedges, and then here we're going to get a sticker, it's number 25, which says the score on, which says 5-0 to Barcelona, which is not unheard of. So that goes on onto there. We'll bring back what we've got here then, we'll just stick that onto the top of the stadium here, and while we're here we've still got, just turn this round, we've still got some gaps here which you can see, and it's telling me to stick a jumper tile in there and a 1x1 plate in there just to finish that off. And that's the end of bag number 8, and this is the first quarter. So if I go to the wide, you can see what we've ended up with today. So this is the first quarter of the stadium. We've got a scoreboard that we just put up here, which is 5-0. We've got seating that curves round here. This might need a little bit of adjustment, and then we've got a couple of letters starting to spell out on the seats. You can see around the sort of front of the stadium. We've got some levels here. We've got some banners hanging down here. It says Barcelona, the Catalan flag, and then you've got sort of a viewing deck or hospitality area that's forming around here. And that's kind of how we're going on there. So that's the end of this quarter. We'll probably stop the stream here for today, so you can join me next week and we'll pick up from bag 9 when we'll do the start the next quarter, which is then going to connect on this side of the sort of stadium here. Just go to the main camera from this angle as well, so you can kind of see now the stadium's coming together on the inside. The scoreboard there, see the cross section. Then as you go on the outside, you can see the details of the architecture and the banners and the viewing deck. So as I said, next week we'll pick up from bag 9 and we'll do this quarter that sits on this side. So we'll get the rest of the viewing deck coming round, and then the angle as we curve around there. So that's the end of today's stream. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, as always, hit that like button. It was a little repetitive, but stadiums tend to be that way. You can join me next week at 2 o'clock, same time, Greenwich Mean Time, for the next part of this. I'll try and do a part or quarter every week, so probably have 4 streams in total for this build. So join me next week for that. As always, you can still vote on whether we do the Lego house next or any of the other sets. And as soon as I get the Eiffel Tower, which will hopefully be this week, I'll post up future streams for that over the Christmas period. So we'll probably run that between Christmas and New Year's while I'm off work as well. So we'll do some midweek streams. There is another episode for the rebuild of Bricktown as well, so if you haven't catched that, you can check out the street story which we did this week, which was the Beatles. There's another street story coming next week, and then the week after that, hopefully we'll be populating Bricktown with some more models, the Ghostbuster Firehouse, some of the Marvel ones, such as the Daily Bugle as well, will be going in there, and Sanctum Sanctorum, so you can check out what they look like in the city once I'll be placing those. So check out that video and keep an eye out for that coming in a couple of weeks. And whatever you're doing with the rest of your weekend, enjoy yourself. I just wanted to go back to the poll which we started, which was around should Lego start to do retired sets, and it looks like everyone said yes. So maybe Lego will be doing that next year, so keep an eye out for that. So whatever you're doing the rest of the weekend, stay safe, and I look forward to seeing you next week for part 2 of the Camp Nou. Catch you then.